Hi there, today we're going to talk about comparable sales and go over what it really takes to sell your house. Plus I'll give you a lot of good tips and secrets, and I'll show you why I'm different than other agents and how that's good for you and helping you sell. How do we determine the value of your house? Well, we start with comparable sales or comps. These are a great way to start figuring out where to price your home. A comparable market analysis, or CMA, is a general term used by agents. With the CMA, the agent will find out what the average sales price for the houses in the neighborhood are that recently sold, and then they take that average and apply it to your house's size in square feet. If the agent finds that the average sales price was $95 per square foot and your house is 1,972 square feet, then it is worth $187,340. I like to go in more depth with my version of the CMA. First, I like to look at the whole neighborhood or subdivision and what is sold. And this will show as SLD on the MLS housing reports, and the data from sold houses is the best indication of value, and I tend to weigh it more heavily than houses that are actively for sale and still on the market. The way I see it, a seller can put their house on the market for whatever they think it's worth, and it could sit on the market for sale without ever being sold. And on the other hand, a house that is sold proves real market value. The buyer and the seller came to an agreement, and the bank giving the loan was willing to lend that amount of money. Now, getting back to my CMA, I'll look at the whole subdivision for the last 6 months. This gives me a good idea of how many houses in this particular neighborhood are coming off the market each month and how many are coming on the market each month. And this will help me determine the absorption rate and tell if the subdivision is trending up or trending down in price. Then I get more specific and I look for 5 good comps. Now, a good comp is very close in size and has the similar features of your house. For example, if you have a 2-story house, then I only want comps that are also 2-story. If you have 4 bedrooms and 2.5 baths, then I want a comp with the same. And if your house is 1,972 square feet, then I want comps that are in a range of about 1,700 square feet to about 2,200 square feet. Now, this is where experience plays a part. If I find a comp that is only 1 story but has a 4-bedroom, 2.5 baths, and it's in the same size range, then I might use that house as a comp if I can't find enough 2-story houses to use as comps. Once I have found good comps, I will look at the pictures of each to determine if they are in the same general condition and with the same general features and finish out as your house. For example, if you have granite countertops and hardwood floors and stainless steel appliances, and the comps all have laminate counters and white appliances and carpet, then I may look for more comps, or I may make a mental adjustment for the value of your house. After looking through the pictures and being satisfied there, then I start crunching the numbers, and I look at the price range that the comps sold for, the average sales price, the median sales price, the average price per square foot, the median price per square foot, and the average days on the market, which is shown as DOM on housing reports. Then I'll do the same thing for houses that are actively for sale in the subdivision, and here's how they are identified in the MLS. So new equals less than 10 days on the market, active is actively for sale but over 10 days on the market, and back on the market means it went under contract but for some reason the contract fell through and it's back on the market again. Then there is extended, which means the original listing contract was about to expire, and so the seller decided to keep the house on the market and extended the contract. And price change is usually when someone priced too high and they didn't get any showings, so they've reduced the price in hopes of reinvigorating buyer interest. I look at all these houses because they will be your direct competition when it comes to selling your house. And then I look at 2 more categories of homes, pending and active option. This means these houses are already under contract. Active option is usually the first 10 days a house goes under contract and comes off the market. And if they make it through the option period, then the house goes pending, and it usually stays in that status until it closes, which should be within about the next 30 days. I look at these as a snapshot of where the market is currently at. Are the prices and price per square foot in line with the sold data, or are they trending higher or lower? Then I really dig in for any additional information that most other agents don't take into account. Things like, was it a flip, or a divorce that forced a quick sale, or was it a foreclosure, or was it just your average traditional sale? And even with all of these calculations and information, pricing is still part art and part science. There is still part of the pricing equation that is based on the gut experience of a realtor, and I can advise you, but ultimately you have to make the call. So I take all of this into account, then I talk to you and determine the price point for your house. Well, that's it. That's all there is to it, and you really don't have anything to lose, and I never want you to feel any pressure or obligation. I'm here to help, and hopefully you found that information helpful, and thanks for taking the time to watch the video. And if you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call.